There are various possibilities for examining the issues found in checking. They can either be viewed in a category hierarchy, or you can view all issues at once in a flat list. This makes it easier to go through the issues one by one. Another way to visualize issues is in the checked components, where you have various options for how to list the components. In the flat component list, they are sorted first by how many issues they have, and second, their severity. The issues can be viewed in the info view and reflected back in the results. Using information takeoff, you can make the use of the profile information in your model to take out the quantities of specific columns that are needed. Add a new column, select profile for the type and the properties to be shown, for example, radius for circular columns. You can also use the grouping to get counts of the specific quantities, for example for circular columns of different widths, and then easily export them as an ordering report. The parking rule allows you to check the dimensions of a parking space so that they're easy to park in. It's easier to base it on classifications for the parking spaces and driveway space components. After running the check, the parking spaces which don't pass, for example because they are too long or too wide, are visualized in the 3D model and can be examined in the results. You can easily adjust the rule parameters, for example, to change the allowed length and width. Furthermore, you can, for example, select and check also the parking aisle, filter out parking spaces at different angles, and consider components like walls that are close to the parking spaces. The accessible route rule checks for bottlenecks when moving with a wheelchair, for example checking obstacles, columns, door swings, narrow corridors or inaccessible spaces. Use classifications to identify the accessible spaces and the route. For example, an area of the ceiling panel can be separately modelled as the route. You can easily adjust the rule parameters to set the route and door widths. Define also the components to be detected as obstacles in your route, such as doors and columns. In addition, you can specify which spaces would be accessible without barriers, and you can adjust the gap, for example between a room or an elevator and the corridor.